Oh Yes, you're very quite tough, always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy, look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand, you've been dealt the wrong hand. Can't imagine how you feel, only you know that it's real. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Because you are stronger. Yes, you are stronger. Because you are stronger. tough, always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy, look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand, you've been dealt the wrong hand. Can't imagine how you feel, only you know that it's real. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Because you are stronger. Yes, you are stronger. Because you are stronger. Select. Select.
Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night, live every day as if it's your last. Our memories been bright like beacons of the past. Oh, in the night, now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Ooh.
Hello everybody, and we are kicking off back in for the first qualifier into the second major of the season of the year, and this time with a bit of a new roster makeup. We are starting things strong actually, as we are already in match. I thought we'd have a bit of time here, but let's get back into it because by the looks of it, we actually already have our first goal as well. And there it is on screen for you. Gonna have to change that latency setting every time I get a new observer account. It happens. There we go.
Well, good morning, y'all. good morning here. Lovely
Mel's
morning
here, yeah.
here on the East Coast. It's really interesting new roster, which means I guess a new casting crew as well. We were both here separately last split. Now let's just combine us, I guess.
Yeah,
Sailing
exactly.
Esports. Now, new roster. Akuma, as he said multiple times on Twitter, he manufactured this roster for success. He manufactured this roster for a winning culture, so he can make majors, so he can make something out of this, out of these players, and he's gonna look to do just that. It's Sailing Esports against. We're just gonna call it Team Harry this time around.
Yeah.
LCT, Ballaris, and Abs Crazy trying to rediscover their careers in Asia.
Well, I don't think we're going to be seeing any real issues for us coming through this time around, to be honest. There is a bit of a format change in the way that the seeding works now, coming in fresh in these open qualifiers. There's our second goal off the bat here, but realistically, that does mean that for the bigger teams, which we are one of, don't get any mistakes here, that it's a bit of an easier run for us, and we are seeing that today. I think we've already seen some teams go out in round one. We're starting in round two here because we get that free buy in, and our teams, yeah, we're up against Team Harry right now. I think in our brackets, if we take this one, which, to be honest, that's going to happen, I think the biggest threat in our bracket right now is Yami Finance, which is Obusi, KZ, and Myla. If you've heard those names, good for you. I doubt it. But that's how the seeding works now.
I mean, a good couple of players, but I think we got it all the way. I think not even just being confident, not for the sake of being confident, just confident because we just know that we're much better than the rest of the bracket that we've been granted here. But I mean,
yeah,
it's a good start for Sailing LCT. That's good control. I mean, him coming off of Elevate, you obviously expect, people would expect him to be the playmaker, but you forget who's on the other side. As his teammates, Abs Crazy and Ballaris have quite the resume themselves. I mean, Ballaris and Abs Crazy were on, well, I think it was Chapati Dream last split, and they had a pretty nice split. I mean, Abs Crazy has had quite the career so far in APAC, but as well, Ballaris has always had some type of flair wherever he goes. So this is a roster made for success here. So I definitely, this roster change, I think, with LCT has made the top three, top four in APAC a whole lot more stacked, but Stakey is going to get one back the other end.
Yeah, I mean, there is probably going to be some amount of pushback here, even from smaller teams right now, simply because of tech issues. I know LCT has been posting a lot about stuttering issue in-game at the moment, where every 60 seconds on the dot, there is a large freeze. So there may be some level of pushback in those moments, and certainly it can create a little less confidence in you, knowing that that's going to happen at some point. But I still don't see any real problems here. Abs Crazy coming through. Like you said, it's a roster built to win here. LCT dropped out of Elevate, who was the top team last split, and it's been globally criticized, that drop. So for good reason, LCT, one of the absolute greats of the region right now, and has been one of the top players rated either the highest or in that top 5 consistently since the beginning of RLCS in this region. Yeah,
he's always had LCT that I'm not really sure the word to use. He's always just had
X
that
factor, yeah.
fire, X factor, yeah. Always behind him. He's always there when you need him. He's always been there in the big moments. Stakey
Oh,
trying to
what a
find another
save.
open net. That's crazy. He gets back. That's a great save by Abs. Crazy to deny an early attempt back.
You can just see that the team is taking this very relaxed, though. Yeah, they're not playing at pace.
Oh
They
my.
are all three up here for an aerial passing play. They're having a bit of fun with their easier run through a very, very early phase of the competition. I mean, it should be. Early phase of competition is designed for the best teams to get through as quickly as possible, and then the rest to fight it out for their spots and their chances. So this is one of those teams that we're up against right now who is going to be dropping down and then fighting out that spot, but this is not the battle for them, and it won't be for some time. They're definitely coming in looking for their chances in APAC. Actually, let me just check the pings here. Everybody in region, at least here, we have had a lot of international invaders. They're coming in for their chances, thinking APAC will be easy pickings, and it hasn't been for them. And these kind of teams at the top here have been one of the big hurdles for them.
Yeah, I mean that's really, really good as well to see APAC standing strong. I remember last split, I think it was the second regional, we had Lunar decide to come in and play with, who was it? I think it was him, Nye, and maybe Florash or a different third. And they tried to play. They tried to do what they can. They made top 2. That was it. They tried to drop Nye, bring in another American international, and then they just showed why. Obviously, the Asia, like the Asian players up here, the APAC players should probably just stay just that, because you'd be wasting your time coming over here for some of the, if you're not just like a top 8 team in North America, because people come over here to find that it is actually a very stiff competition. It's really hard to get past, especially even on that the ping differential. Even without, people really underestimate APAC. They saw it as well last year, last Worlds, when Elevate was able to take the series off of G2, able to take the series off of Pioneers, and Polaris trying to take the series off of Team Harry.
Yeah, this is an early goal for Polaris. This is what started us here. We didn't even get in time to see the first goal in the series. So really, really quick stuff from the team. I think we scored pretty much 5 seconds in the last one as well. So LCT on that backboard waiting. Good dribble there. There's actually some mech out of these guys. Certainly not, you know, down to champ level here or anything from the lower teams. They're certainly stepping up to the plate to give a bit of a display and have a bit of fun for themselves as well. So I think if you can do that, you can definitely make a name for yourself. So certainly looking for the best out of our opponents here to give us a bit of a show today.
I think they're definitely trying as well. They're up for every single challenge, trying to make sure that they don't give as much space to Sailing Esports as they possibly can, but still, it's just that Sailing Esports is outpacing them. And then when they slow the play down, or the other team has no boost, it's just so hard to get past. It's an interesting 50. LCT wants to call his own number. He drops it down, trying to block the pass out. Polaris trying to go for the sidewall double tap. We're just having some fun, I guess.
LCT is just trying to get his speed up. It was a little slower coming in, I think, here, and maybe a little too relaxed even against a smaller team like this. And I think he's just trying to get his pre-jumps on point. He actually did get that. I think that was a server issue there. A little clip through the ball there. Was looking like a rubber band, but coming through here, we are still looking very, very confident, and get just the confidence to just push things, to try and get your own speed up to scratch like that, and everything is good. And that's one of the biggest threats of LCT, is just his confidence, and that's what you were talking about before, is just the willingness to get up early and challenge. This team is going to be crucial. Any team LCT is on, you have to be willing to do that, because otherwise the mech is going to overwhelm you. You've got to ego challenge this.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true as well. Like, he's up, he's in the air, Stakey. He tried to get a crazy read. A flip reset pass to a pre-jumping Polaris. It's not going to be on target as well on that pass. That was crazy. He's still trying to go for the ball. He's got past 1. this point, I feel like
Oh, awkward in this corner.
it's still a 1-0
Oh!
lead, so it's not exactly safe. That almost had changed. I was gonna say Sailing probably want to strike. LCT's taking this back to Abs Crazy. That's really interesting. Stakey plays it to Astros, who tries to put it back down to Stakey. LCT, the corner pass to one. LCT control has been immaculate so far in this series, and he's had a lot of time to gather himself on the ball. But giveaways like that won't help Team Harry. LCT's up early off the backboard. LCT looking for a double tap. Can't get it. Leaves it for
what a
Wallace,
center.
who puts it back for LCT. But Astros has kept his team in it.
LCT just didn't have the boost to get to it, otherwise it was a guaranteed thing there. Absolutely fantastic center. And it shows that the team is on point to work with LCT here. And really, that's going to be the big question here. I mean, everybody knows the quality of all three of these players. So if you're asking in the chat, and I did see that question there from Eterna Forest, do you think this team can compete with Elevate and Gaming Gladiators? Absolutely. It just comes down to that. Can these three players, who are absolute monsters, they're giants in the region, combine as well as those two teams? And that question has to be answered on field.
Yeah, and the opportunity is going to be if they can get the opportunity to do so and actually strike when they can. Big fake down for LCT,
brilliant.
who's going to go low and get the second goal to probably put it away for Sailing.
Love to see LCT working this well as well. He can be tempted towards a lot of solo play on the field as well, and that confidence does drive that. Oftentimes it works well for him. He's got the skill level to kind of necessitate that kind of play anyway, but when he really is at his peak is when he's combining well with a team, and right now he's getting underneath the passes, making sure his nose is right to that ball every time it gets put in, and yeah, he seems to be working well with these guys.
I mean, Abs Crazy
placement.
still is going to find it in. He wanted to stick with the ball. He was like glue on the ball, but he got bumped off. Either way, it was angled perfectly top left corner, bar down and in, impossible to save. Sailing Esports will extend to a very, probably untouchable at this point, 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Untouchable is the right word here, but I think the entire run will be, to be honest. We've possibly got the easiest run of any team in the tournament right this second for today. And that's saying something, because the seeding really is working as intended here. The top teams are getting their easy runs through, which just leaves the fight out, the scrappy stuff at the bottom end of things. There's a fight back though, Stakey, showing that there's still life in this team, and once they get down to that scrappy area, this might be a roster to watch actually.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, they look pretty solid, honestly. They kind of look like they can compete. I think it's just that they've the nerves of going against a team like this is definitely going to be there. They're giving a whole lot more space than they need to in the middle of the game. They can't seem to rotate back onto offense. They can't get the necessary touches. They're banging the ball away. Abs Crazy has LCT pre-jumping. Abs Crazy wants to call his own number. It's going to be an open net. It's going the other way, but he's missed it. The follow. He's missed as well. Oh, wow.
Astros. Oh, that's quite unfortunate there. It is best of 5, so they've got one more chance here. Still, it's not what you want to see there from Astros, but the pressure's on, especially up against us right now. The pressure is definitely on. We are seeing a car change here, I believe, from Astros as well, or if not a substitute, possibly. Was that game 3? I did not think that was game 3. Okay, we just had a couple of car changes there, maybe. Oh, we are heading back in for game number 3. They made me question myself there for a second. All right, we are heading back in. LCT is the only member of our team playing right this second, so that's... Here we go. There's Abs Crazy, and Ball is in the game. He's technically in the game. There we go. All 3 members on field. Ball gets there in time, and the save from Abs.
Oh, the pinch has almost gone on target. That was going to be
Oh my
interesting.
goodness!
Oh, what a shot by
Balleri's
LCT!
almost
This
read
almost
it.
bounced into ball. Wow.
That would be a clip and a half. That is unbelievable that nearly goes in. Crazy play out on low boost too. That was I really liked that. Oh, we have a deficit here. The lead going across to Harry. They've earned it. My balls are Harry on the board.
Well, I mean, we've gone on adrenaline so far up. We had 2 open opportunities. We had the pinch to start the game that went just off the backboard. And then the pre-jump shot that went just off the post. And then a quick counter attack. Are they going to make it 2? Abs Crazy trying to take it away. LCT taking it. Abs Crazy over the top of
just
one.
in?
It's taking
What a
it's
save.
lingering in. Oh, what a save by Harry to keep him out for the moment.
Yeah. Wide here, read by Abs Crazy as Astros takes it to corner. Actually, no, great pass in there, but Abs is just too fast. Abs again?
What a pass out. Abs Crazy. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Oh, so LCT, he's still on the ball. They're just, at this point, they don't want to be down. They don't feel comfortable down. They're not, they feel the urgency to make sure that this deficit's cut. They don't want to drop a game. They don't want to waste any more time than intended. LCT off the ceiling. It jumps out for Abs Crazy, who can't get the shots.
defense has been really good for Harry here, and Harry himself up there. LCT takes a shot that comes off the crossbar as the team starts to get urgent for that goal. They just want to get back on top here so they have the comfortability to mech and have their fun with the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's good that they actually have the mentality to feel the urgency, because this as well, this team Harry isn't the worst team in the world. So
No, certainly
if
not.
they can just hold a half-decent lead, they definitely know Sailing Esports when and how to strike. Here we go again. LCT leaves it for Abs Crazy, who puts it half the backboard. Maybe a bad giveaway, but Harry's right there to bang it downfield as well. No control, though. Oh, it's a big miss. LCT one-on-one. Is it
Oh
LCT?
my
Yes,
goodness.
it is. LCT ties it for Sailing.
The pre-flip here to get back to the ball is... How do you predict that touch there? That is unbelievable top left placement. LCT's just been meching. That's all it is. LCT doing LCT things.
Well, I mean, hello. He showed up. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you expect out of him for sure. I'll tell you what, big time players make big time plays in big time moments. And that was a moment that this game is the game I definitely don't want to drop. LCT. Oh, wait a second. He's doubled that down and away from the defender, but dangerously in front of the
Great
middle of the goal.
pinch.
But he's able to take it away. Abs Crazy is going to jump on this. Stakey is going to go back.
Oh, big
Astros
damage.
is really awkward. Abs Crazy trying to backflip the ball back into the middle. Harry can't get past Ballerice. Ballerice has LCT with the wide open net. He's got some help. LCT's going to go by himself with the pass from Ballerice to make it 1-2.
Normally they'd complicate this a bit more, but this is exactly the pass in that they want to just be very, very sure on this. Astros just misses the mark on the intercept on that pass. And it was quick and right to the nose. It's going to be an easy goal there to pick up the lead here as LCT takes it off of the kickoff once more.
Oh, LCT! He's cooking something! LCT has come to play!
Yeah, that's crazy. He's got the pot out. Mixing, and it's done. Ready to eat. Into the goal. That's served well.
How many times you see the double off the ground?
Yeah.
It wasn't clinical enough, and so he had to get the dunk to just for a good measure. Oh, wow. It was
Beat on Harry.
amazing. Now
read
they've got
from
to-
Astros.
comfortable. Now they can play.
Oh.
I think they just want to score just to make the game differential look absolutely nasty.
Yeah, I mean, the defense of this
differential.
team's been massive, though, I've got to say. Harry standing up to some really big plays at times. That's an open net opportunity. LCT wants it, though. He's going to take it back. Poor Abs. Denied on the line.
I'm surprised LCT hasn't just boomed that out of the goal. How do you find a redirect, bro? Me and my champ mind, I would have just smacked that right back out the goal. I wouldn't even try it for the redirect, bro. But I mean, good. They're making this goal differential seem really, really disgusting. Oh, baller
what a
race off the
pass to
ceiling. Has
LCT!
cranked up big. Wow!
LCT had no boost on this play. This is revolting. That second touch from Reese, he could have taken the shot. He had the opportunity and he had placements available to him. It selflessly gives that back to LCT for a banger of a play.
Wow, so first match we're getting treated with bangers. It's too early for this. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Well, I mean, don't really. But, oh, what is that? This is
Ground
nonsense.
freestyling. Abs goes turtle, gets a pinch pass to LCT that he reads off the crossbar.
Oh, wow. Oh. Ay, ay, ay.
Eterna, take some guesses at our nationalities. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, who's who, and from who's from where?
Yeah.
That make no sense this morning. I
Who's
running
who
on
from
no
where?
sleep. I want to get
That's-
some sleep. Who from where? Exactly.
It's the new segment on the podcast. Who's who from where?
Gotta tell Steven about that one.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
goodness. Well, I mean, I do think it's nice to see how clinical, how dominant
Great
that
pass.
sailing has been thus far. Especially in this game, they just decided to pile up the goals. I think they've said no playing around, especially how close it was at the beginning of the game. And surprisingly, the game in 6-1, I feel like was going to be the closest. So
They're just proving a point
definitely
here.
the hardest, but oh yeah, for sure.
And I think they probably wanted this over relatively quickly as well. You put in as many goals as you can here, and we're probably looking at a lot of time spent in replays. Harry's on it. Great save
Imagine,
from LCT.
oh, wow.
Abs gets bumped here, the only one left with boost, and we'll pick up a little more just to take it downfield. LCT's available to the backboard, to ground, and there we go. First series out of the way. Has been absolutely dominant here. I really don't see any issues with us continuing that either. All 6 goals scored by LCT. I feel like we have found how the team is going to be working here, the combination in this roster. And yeah, I think Reese as that solid backman really enables this. There was such a massive push, huge commits from LCT and Abs Crazy, simply because they knew Bull would cover anything that pops out. He is so solid on that back line that he enables the team to work the way this roster should.
Yeah, and that's so true. And LCT, the playmaker, you're the one, everyone's the one that expects the magic out of LCT, and he's able to bring it as well to a roster like this. He's going to be the person I feel like that can complete a roster such as this. I'm really excited. Apps Crazy is like, as well, the final piece of the puzzle. I'm really excited to see how this roster does this one, of course, in that next series to try to make main event.
Absolutely. Main events is pretty much guaranteed, I think, for us here today. But the teams that we're looking for as well, like I'm interested in the whole region. So it's great to see when there's a bit of pushback. I know that we said that the best team we might be up against today would be in the form of, where was it there? Yami Finance. They are going to be our next team up as well. They did 3-0 Destiny Esports to make their way into the last of the winners round 3 here. So it may be a 2-series stream from us here today as we move on to that one. However, there's plenty more teams running, so we will be waiting a little while for that round 3 to start. That 3-0 was pretty expected for us here. Actually, we have a 5-game result out of one of the matches somehow here already. Triple Jawa versus Nishant in Paris. Triple Jawa come up on top in game number 5.
Oh wow,
that would have been my best bet as to the big matchups here. Actually, that was Fisio, Rafdoing, and probably Hassium rather than Tornado. I would assume Tornado's the sub there. Could be wrong. Versus Clawsy, Fortimula, and Dandan. So, yeah, Fisio's team coming up on top there. I thought Nishant in Paris might win that despite being the lower seed there, but no. Game 5, though, that's a really exciting series.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we're getting some interesting series. I mean, there's one. I know the Dark Rift Esports versus Overlooked game is 2-1 in favor of Overlooked, but that's also like a really, really close series. So all of these series are really close. They're pretty competitive, a lot of these series. So that's one thing. You can never, ever doubt or count out these teams in big moments. And I think that's why our next match is going to be definitely harder. I think we're definitely going to win. Either way, the mental ability to switch on, just be serious in every single moment when it matters at the very least. You can have your fun, but when the jokes are over, when it's time to step up, that's when you do it. And I think that's why that's the type of personality Akuma is. He's like, okay, no nonsense. If we have one chance of losing, no nonsense. I want to win. He's got that winning mentality.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Yeah, I think the team does too. They are not a team to be made a fool of, so they're definitely going to be pushing this and showing off where they can to make the name, to get the stats, to put them on. You know, Shift has absolutely had a field day with LCT's stats in the past, so I'm sure they will again. They love that. There's plenty of things happening in the other rosters as well, though. A couple that I had my eye on here just faced off as well. They went to game 4, Pineapple Cake versus Garfield Cart there in this same round. Pineapple Cake bringing back in Squirrel, who retired a while ago. I think he's just back in for the fun of it. X1 and E player from back in the day when we still owned teams, but teaming up with Joxy and Kahan and the optimistic noob there, my fellow Ryan in the sub position. But they went up against Melody's team, so good to see Melody back in something at least somewhat relevant here. Triple Jawa and Nishan in Paris, both of those teams in that best of 5, in that full 5 series were of interest to me. One of the most amazing things to happen this Open, though, is the return of Nymped 55. Nymped is back, and original rosters here, I believe, as well. Yeah, Nymped with Maru Shao on it, Popo, and Akakansu as the sub. This is the Nymped team. This is what you want to see. And they seem to be rolling through very, very well here as well. Just faced off against 0545 Reveille, who had a good first major set of qualifiers there as well, and they 3-0'd them. So Nymped coming in as the lowest seed there somehow. But yeah, Machi, Ryzen, and Jushu will go down in that series probably as expected to a returning Nymped.
Yeah, and I mean, they started off really well. Confident 3-0, then another 3-0 against that roster that you just mentioned. So they're going to go up against, well, either Novel Core or Novel Core. Oh wow, my pronunciations this morning.
You've been listening to Boya Royer. That's what it is. He was saying Novel Core.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I haven't gone to sleep, but I haven't fully awoken, so there's a bunch of stuff happening up here today. But I mean, NIM 55, I'm happy that they're back, because this is a roster that could definitely come in and contend, but especially for the top 8, top 5 probably as well in APAC. So all really, really good rosters. I am currently also keeping my eye on this Overlooked and Dark Rift Esports. Oh, Overlooked's gonna win the series. It's Kaizen, Bunny, and I. Yeah, it's not gonna be all that.
Yeah,
close.
I really like that roster as well. That's one I'm going to be keeping an eye on as well. I obviously coming out of this roster last qualifier, so we wish him the best of luck, of course. I think another one there that I'm keeping an eye on is Nye's new team as well. Nye got swapped around a lot last time, not by his own choice most of the time there, so Nye finding a team to settle into, definitely going to be crucial for him there as well. And bringing in Blue to that roster, I have some level of concern. Blue can chase ball, and it can be a positive thing, and it can be a negative thing. So as long as they get on top of it, Blue has been excellent in the past as well. But he needs the right roster to enable him. Maybe that's the one to do it.
In blue, we trust,
Mhm.
and I do think that at least for the second split, in all the different regions, things are going to be unlocked. They're going to be roster combinations that are going. I feel like are going to be unlocking players' potentials for sure because players have been moving all over the place. Like a Chronic for Lunar Galaxy. I think that is a incredible pickup. I don't know. I probably would say that is like in if he is the form that we left him in before he went LFT after Liquid. He is probably a better pickup than Stizzy. You could say the same thing about a whole lot of other players all over the place. So I feel like it's just about who complements each other how
Mm.
in many different ways, and especially here in APAC with the kind of roster shuffle and split two. I think honestly it's more open this top four race for the major is than people think it is because people
Certainly.
forget gladiators are still a thing. I think
Certainly
people forget
more.
that this is still a thing.
So it's certainly more open than it's ever been. APAC has depth
yeah.
in that top end right now. There's probably 5, 6, maybe even 7 teams that could comfortably fit into the top 5 right now. Top 3, 4 might be more well defined, but there's that little chance for anybody. Chaos ensues in APAC, as everybody knows if you've watched before. But speaking of it, we did bring up Nye's team there a minute ago. It was Nye Blue, Peachy, and Risk. I'm not sure who the sub's going to be there between Peachy and Risk, but Nye definitely going to be main roster there. He's too good not to use. They just took down Bing Bong in a 3-0. I don't think they were named that last time they came through, but it is Misty's team there, absolute veteran of the region, Squiggly and Rapoopy, and Tank there as sub as well. Tank, I think everybody's been looking forward to a resurgence of, but struggling to get over his own mental there. It really can be on himself. But a 3-0 against them is a very good sign for Nye's team, and I expect Bing Bong to have their run be fairly comfortable in the losers side of the bracket down below as well. So they're a team that is here just for the fun of it regardless, so they won't be too worried what their result is here.
Yeah, and as well now they're gonna be over here facing against the court, which is Trin, Rixie, and Nine. Another very capable roster, a roster that we saw kind of the flashes of in that first split, a roster that a lot of people really excited about, excited to watch, excited to see what they could bring. So it's going to be kind of an interesting clash here between those two rosters. I can't wait to see it. I mean, I want to get our match over with. Honestly, I do want to get our match over with. I just want to go ahead and win, go to sleep, wake up, and then thank God that Sailing Esports has made it top 8.
Yep, we'll be heading over to EU after this as well, so if you want to check out more Rocket League, definitely check out our Twitters. For me, it's @GexCast. And Mel, you are Anno Spot, I believe? ANO Spot?
Yep.
Yeah, so definitely go over and leave us a follow if you're interested in some more regional stuff. We're doing both NA and EU this season. And Eterna, the odds of getting bitten by a Black Widow are 0 because we don't call them that in Australia. The odds of bitten by a redback spider, get it right, still pretty low. They are very much more scared of you than you are of them. But on that small fact, we will leave you until the next round. We will wait on this, but we will see you on the other side of this short break. We'll be right back with more from Sailing Esports.
I've been painting every fence I know. Every color bleeds into the same. 'Cause before you go and walk away,
We are back with our qualifier match here in the winners bracket. This could be the last that we see on stream, and the game is already live. So let's get into it. Mel and I are back on the desk again for this second round, for us at least, third round of the winners bracket here. We did get that bye at the beginning, and we're showing why. Great shot off the bat, but great save there from Lanny.
I mean, obviously, this is going to be the team that's going to pressure us, I think, the most. I mean, maybe not, but...
And they're supposed to be. That's how the bracket works, yeah.
They're supposed to be, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Bob's crazy, trying to start off really, really well. Then again, I do think we can get a quick 3-0, which I hope we do. A really quick 3-0, please, for my sanity. Thank you. Please and thank you, excuse me. So we can chill with our day, because all that matters at this point for us is the Swiss bracket.
Yeah. Look, this is a team that's getting fairly well known for good results on day ones, but we are not a day one team. We are a day 4 team. We are a grand final team. LCT showing exactly why. Unbelievable fast on that air dribble, and hammers it home off the backboard.
The ball was sticking to his car rather than the car was sticking to the ball. That is the Gorilla Glue. Oh, wow. The Gorilla Glue. Goodness, it's too early for this, y'all.
Yeah, look, all that means is that, RLCS might have to ban eating glue mid-series, because LCT has been, right on the pace, sticking it to the front of the car. The face, if you will.
One of these guys definitely. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! LCT must have got the Kevin method. Oh no! Oh no! He's popping off. Oh, it can't be! You left an open net for Ballaris. What's happened?
Yeah, that's absolutely huge there for Ballaris. Just gets the opening. Oh, that left-hand side is disastrous in net for the defense, and 2-0 up. Early start here for a very good-looking opportunity for us to make our sweep into day number 2. And the main event.
Uh-oh, they're trying to come back.
Oh.
They get the reset underneath. What a save. I think it was off the post by Abs. Crazy. Got a touch on the ball.
Great pinch.
Mila trying to keep this play in. It's going to be over to Abs Crazy. LCT both getting each other's way.
Oh,
Abs
off
Crazy
ceiling?
forced to go. LCT.
KZ? Oh.
No one's up. They faked it down for Mila, who's going to get the first goal.
Yeah, this is a fair play. Great beat by Obu there, who gets it across. Passes down, Myla on target finally, and 114k an hour as well. Gets that on target, just slips the gap.
Yeah, it's a great fake as well. I think once he saw, he was able to fake it and leave it down for Myla. I think Myla definitely called him off for sure, because they just knew it was going to be there. That seems to be the trend these days, just faking it down for the opponent, for your teammate.
I think that fake here against this team is a great strategy for a goal here, because we're not going to expect a lower team to have the confidence to go for that. You usually are fighting for control of the ball over a team like this. To go for that fake at all is going to be a shock to our side of things. However, I said a goal for a reason. It's only going to work once.
Yeah, that's for sure. Able to clean those opportunities up. It's a big bang downfield from LCT. Didn't want to take any time on the ball with that. Didn't want to take any chances because he had 2 opponents coming back down on him as well. Abs Crazy and LCT both trying to go there. Abs Crazy trying to put this off the backboard. That touch is very confident. It's LCT to that sidewall to pass back. Only as far as Ballaris was trying to go for nets, but he hasn't caught off Obu.
I think he was expecting a little bit more pace off his touch, possibly, but it would have had to have been an incredibly fast shot to beat the defense there. Obu in net is absolutely coming out as a miracle worker right now, keeping the team alive. Only a 1-goal difference here. This is what I'm saying. This is a team that, for day ones, has really made a name for themselves here. We were aware already at the beginning of the bracket that this was our likely round 3 winners.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is a team that's definitely making us work hard for everything. Ballaris, LCT, both up. Abs Crazy is there, but he puts it just high off the backboard. A hard angle to get. He decides to
Good
turn
50.
with no boost. to work with. Yami Finance, if they're gonna want to do anything, they're gonna have to do it now. But against that, I'm not so sure what you can do. He's at the post LCT. Polaris continuing to play, but only as far as Lani, KZ, Sailing, keeping this box in pressure, but for how long?
KZ has struggled a little bit to be relevant in the match, but finally gets out a save that is absolutely crucial to them having a chance here. But with the last minute closing, they need this, and they've got the chance for it right now. The late flick nearly gets the power, but Abs Crazy is dead in the way.
LCT no boost to work with. Polaris has to take it from him. Abs Crazy, he is up. Gonna have to be interesting because this is an opportunity for a counterattack, but it's given away. Abs Crazy is going to have boost to work with off the ceiling. Abs Crazy, Polaris pre-jumped it. Almost got the dunk. LCT has to be careful. Oh, boo. Myla downfield. Oh, got beat. LCT smart play, staying downfield, getting that second touch over. But one more opportunity now. Back Myla off the backboard hard. One more time. Abs Crazy is going to be able to control this one over to the wall, getting that pinch out. Polaris putting this one high. Lani's touch is horrendous, and it is close to putting it in the ground. Now it is Sailing Esports. They had to work for it, but they were able to keep Yami Finance at bay. They do take the first game.
Yeah, a bit of a fight back there from Yami Finance. I gotta say though, coming into the first season of RLCS for APAC, we saw that kind of development of any kind of meta in the region. It was the region figuring out what they needed to really get on its own level there, and that was all about mechanics. Gladiators rolled over the competition because they already had mechanics. They were absolutely at the peak for mechanics. But if you look at that matchup there, this was mechanics versus game sense, and Yami Finance definitely had game sense. Our last matchup was not even close to comparable in mechanics. Way more mechanics out of the last team that we faced, and yet we're here now seeing a team that's taking us on arguably better because their game sense is good. So things are shifting in the region, and this team is taking advantage of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're able to see and definitely generate opportunities off of just patterns that they're seeing and mistakes that they're seeing come out as well from the opponent. Right now, they were able to kind of exploit that with some of the space that they got. It took them a little while to do it, but they were able to do it off the kickoff. Sailing Esports trying to strike first. Oh, boost first touch off the backboard is really dangerous. I like the idea. I'm not so sure I like the execution though. Then again, Sailing Esports continue.
They do indeed. They've got possession ball. Gonna cut a really dangerous angle there. I don't think it was shootable from the pre-jump though. Ball again now. Gonna get that pass in. One thing I've been noticing off of the team is just, and many of the teams who are in that kind of conversation for the top 4, top 5, has been the use of ceiling. And we see it again here. We pick it up off the ceiling, dribble it high again, and get that pass in from LCT. Great beat on Obu. Abs Crazy's there, but we are definitely one of those top teams utilizing the ceiling in the region.
Oh yeah, you could see the difference between a team like this in Sailing and then a team like this in Yami Finance. You could see the Sailing being able to beat them to a lot of the balls because Yami Finance is just slower. You don't see Sailing making a lot of those mistakes. That one good their first opportunity really on offense, Yami Finance, coming off of a kickoff. And I mean, if you only have one opportunity in the first minute on offense, coming off a kickoff is really impressive for Sailing Esports as well to hold on to. Then again, you don't want to completely overcommit LCT. He's going to be able to go with this. He's going to have to hold his own number. He's got Polaris LCT. He's still going.
Oh my goodness.
He's got the dunk as well. It's floated in front of the net. And it's going to roll in. LCT having the solo play of the day.
Yeah, I mean, he was dedicated to playing the whole field. This is his second attempt in a row. First time he touched the ball, he went for this and couldn't quite get it into net. Second time around, he picks it back up on that back right corner, and he just goes for it. And, yeah, it doesn't matter what happens, he's going to retain control of the ball, apparently.
How? I mean, this is ridiculous. I know some NA people are going to look back at this stream. Oh, what a pass. I know some NA EU people are going to look back at this stream and be like, what on earth is else? Well, APAC players has this much control of the ball. You guys have not been watching. I can't tell you the amount of people that are like, oh, you're doing an APAC team? Oh, you know how good this team actually is. You know how big of an impact this team has had internationally against other major region teams.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
we
these players individually.
We have put test to just about every region. It is definitely not a slouching team here, and sure, they didn't show up in the long run in results on paper, but every team that has faced us will tell you that this is not a team to take as a joke.
Oh yeah, definitely not as well. I mean, this team apparently actually has been scrimming some top 12 NA teams as well to make sure that they get that experience. And oh yeah, they want to get that experience. Oh
no! Stop talking. We're talking up the region and how great it is up against top 12 NA, and then abs. Yep, pre-flips and own goal.
That's an APAC moment. I'm sorry, that's an APAC moment right there.
OC in APAC, it's the gripping hands meme, you know, own goals on the hands.
Oy. I mean, you don't see that much anymore out of the top players. I mean, LCT. You're watching it as a fan at this point. Oh, what a save by Oppo.
Yeah, actually, miraculous save. I didn't think it was possible to get a save at that moment, but Obu gets in behind it. LCT now with control again. Just going to keep it high. Bump on LCT is the right choice from Obu. KZ?
In that corner, trying to make something work.
That's a goal.
Oh, what a pass over to LCT. Back to Polaris.
It's nice that LCT will give the pass back, you know, when there's no mechanics involved at all. It's not a high enough quality goal for me, but we'll have it back.
Oh, word. Well, good morning. Good morning. I'm still saying good morning. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It's good morning. Because it is a good morning, actually. It's a really good morning. It's a morning that LCT, Polaris, and Abs Crazy are dominating the rest of APAC Rocket League. That is an amazing morning. I can't wait to wake up with that Swiss bracket. That's one thing. I can't wait to cast a Swiss bracket. Right now, this is just a filler. This is just a get out of the way matches. Let's get to the Swiss. They're gonna be scrimming the entire week. Oh, Abs Crazy, be careful. Oh, Polaris, great recovery.
Abs maybe just underestimating the opponents here a little bit, I think. Wants full control in his own half, and comfortability in your own half is a major factor in this game, but I think, yeah, maybe a little bit too comfortable there for a moment. We get away unscathed, though. LCT now bringing it forward. Obu gets the read. I just say, I could see Obu really coming out of this roster at some point and going absolutely nuts. Obu's been fantastic.
Sure. He's been so good. He has. He's been such a playmaker on defense, and then being able to transition from defense into offense. He has been such a good playmaker. Oh, the first touch, the second touch. Polaris wants it. LCT wants to go by himself. Almost has done it as well. Again, trying to make something work. This Sailing Esports roster is such exciting to watch. When they have space, LCT... He's been such a playmaker as well. I mean, Abs Crazy, Polaris, they've been all over the place as well, trying to do something, make something happen. They're playing at this point, playing with their food. Doesn't really matter. There's under 40 seconds remaining. It's okay. Shots coming in. They want to keep scoring. They want to keep playing around. They've already had the lead. It's just a Sailing Esports massacre at this moment in time.
Isn't it just upfield? LCT takes it as a pass. Oh, KZ gets there. That's what you want to see. A step up from the rest of the team here. It is not a one-player affair from this side. Mile underneath. Obu back. He has been the key to the team, though. And I gotta say, he has had the best mechanics on the team. I still wouldn't call him a mechanics-based player here, though. You might see him move into some kind of role like big shout-out to our previous roster, of course, there. And something like that. This is the stuff that I'm trying to pick out of these day ones, where the promise is, where the region is moving. But certainly... nothing in the region today that is going to put a challenge to us. One more game and we secure our sweep into the main event.
Finally. Finally. One more game and it's only 6:46 in the morning. Glory. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. It's been very, very fast. Very, very routine here. You guys have seen my denim jacket turn more into a sweater over here since the stream has started. It's cold over here. I'll tell you what, so are Sailing Esports. They have been playing cold. Abs crazy. Reset!
I think that's warm enough for me. This is ice in the veins, but heat in the tires. Abs crazy. What a reset. Placement is perfect. You can't save that.
Well. Sailing Esports, they came to go to work, and they are putting in the work. It is unbelievable what we've been seeing from them, showing out the entire day. What a double tap. Milo's got an opportunity, drops it down, and then what an angle.
This is a crazy play. I don't think we've seen anything like this from the team. An amazing setup there. Myla gets up high and hits an angle down. That spike nails right under the crossbar. It's placement perfect. And they picked our rotation apart there. It might be a little bit lax from the team, not really expecting the push, but you got to respect it.
Yeah, and it took a double bounce up as well. Oh, the 1-2 tiki-taka off the ball right in for LCT.
That's exactly how we want to get back into this. Great pass back from Baller Reese and guarantees the goal. LCT had the open angle.
Wow. I mean, again, off that post, I mean, every single time these guys are going to be able to... Okay, they can score any type of way. We've seen today the airfield passes, we've seen the pre-jumps, we've seen the solo plays coming in from LCT and Baller and even Abs crazy at some points, but the best of all, my favorite, we've seen the little 1-2s on the ground when they have the space, going for the 1-2, the 1-2-3s, setting off the opponent, sometimes going for misdirection plays, just to give themselves, create space, giving themselves opportunity. Reset for LCT, trying to make something happen, couldn't quite do it all. 3 of the Sailing Esports members in the opposite half. Abs crazy somehow gets in front of that old ball off the backboard. They can't make the read, Ballaris, and they somehow can't find the shot. Oh, that's going to be open for Abs crazy. LCT drops it down, but he's missed.
Yeah, that would have been a absolutely insane angle. Apparently, we're not ready for the madhouse just yet, but back downfield it goes. Actually, an open opportunity. Ball covers it just in time. I think we really are seeing the fear that Sailing can put into the region right now as well, because we've seen 1v1 opportunities that even Obu was not willing to shoot on target for, wanted a backboard, wanted to complicate the play because he just didn't think that was going to be an opportunity, really. Even one of us is enough to keep them at bay at our goals, and one of us is enough to take the shot in front of theirs. Great pass across from LCT, was read away by the defense, and there's just somebody waiting for the shot. Abs crazy, snipes it.
Yeah, and it's just that pressure coming out, those 2 little touches, then going for the bump, forcing the bad play off of that pressure. The back clear. Oh, Miles should be open. They do score. They do come back. It is 1 goal game again. Speaking of one, he said 1%, 16 years I've seen one venomous spider. Oh, wait, I'm 20 minutes too late. Okay.
Hackme, are you from Australia? Because that is not representative here. That's not correct. Redbacks are everywhere. I will give you, like, if you're asking how what the chance is of seeing one, if you're in Australia, 100%. They're everywhere. They are in your garage. They don't come inside much, but they'll go in your garage. They will be under your barbecue, where we put the shrimps on. You know, we don't even say shrimp. No. That's a myth. We don't say shrimp. We say prawn. Yeah. Milo, 3-3.
Wait, I think Milo's got a hat trick. Oh wow.
Let's check the scoreboard right now, because Milo's been... Yeah, it is. That's a hat-trick. 441, actually topping the leaderboard by some margin above Abs crazy.
Yeah, so Milo gave it off to Laney KZ, who handed it back off that sidewall to tie the game. I think this is the first domestic tie of the series. Abs crazy. What a read. LCT... They're still trying to go for fun here. They may need to lock in because it's another 1v2 opportunity. Myla couldn't get past Ballaris with help and support arriving on the back end. Obu, Myla off that side wall. It's open, awkward for Abs crazy. It's got LCT, who has Ballaris, who puts it off the backboard, pre-jumping LCT and Abs crazy. has got there. Now an opportunity for a good counter-attack. Bolaris to take it away.
We might be taking too many risks here. I would love to see us take this very cleanly and even get that stat padding. But what a touch from LCT. There was risk of a shot there as well, but we have been taking these risks. We've been throwing way too much at offense here just because we want to show off. There's a good commit though. The passing play, 2 up, 1 back, and we get it as well. Bolaris has stepped up from defense to be a shooter this game and has looked really good for it.
Yeah, in the past couple of months, that's also something that we have been seeing more. The little abs crazy air dribble bump attempt into the pass for Bolaris, handing it off essentially to Bolaris to get that opportunity on target. Abs crazy, LCT.
Oh, Abs!
It's going to be an opportunity. Maybe something for a counter attack, but no one's ready. Bolaris, one more touch. Can't do it. Myla takes it high. That's the only touch Myla is going to have. Abs crazy. Also, only one
LCT.
touch.
Good touch.
Is going to have this for a mile and summits. LCT, who couldn't dish it away. Still a minute 15 remaining.
LCT, maybe a little too much confidence in the mech ability there. Needed a bit more speed on the ball. Rely on the teammate he had floating above him there. Would have possibly secured something, but they have taken their risks to get their highlight reel goals here, and we remain only 1 up as a result of that. Abs now.
Oh, wait, that's crazy.
Abs gets his highlight reel. There it is.
In an immense moment to put the Sailing Esports team away. He has dribble dunked it. It didn't even need to look clean. It just needed to go in. And it has. The Sailing Showmen have put on a show here for you today. Quick little content for you to fill in between the week up until the Swiss stage comes out. That's going to be interesting to see how these teams fare up as well, but I'm confident, I'll tell you that much. As long as Sailing Esports are on their day, I think they can beat anyone in APAC.
Yeah, and we certainly will be seeing you at that Swiss event now. With 20 seconds left, a 2-goal lead here, and still pressing the issue here. Sailing Esports has stepped up into a very promising position for next weekend, so get back here on the Friday. Absolutely. 5 seconds left on the clock. The pass across goes up high. Myla looking for one more opportunity. KZ, the challenge on LCT. Abs down to ground, and there it is. The secure for next weekend. Bolaris, Abs crazy, and LCT, who had a crazy day as on a solo front there. LCT had some unbelievable plays today and controlled. This game, though, was all about Abs crazy, and Abs, when he is enabled, when his mental is high, can be one of the best players in this region. So it's really good to see that he is working with this team. We're yet to see them under pressure. We'll see what happens when we get to that point, but that pressure is only going to come at the very top end of APAC.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Ab's crazy as well. He's definitely going to have to be the leader on this team. He's definitely one of the most veteran players. I think the most veteran player on this roster. I feel like he is the oldest player on this roster, I think, as well. If I remember correctly, he's like 23 years old. Bro has had a life so far. And so he's definitely going to have to use that experience. He's came out in this last game, cemented a big win out for Sailing Esports as they make main event. It's going to be really interesting to see how Sailing Esports are able to take things, because we'll see what seed they go into. It really doesn't matter right now because it's going to come out later in the week, but at least we now know Sailing Esports, once again, as an organization, is in the top 16 with a really good opportunity. I think not many people have been predicting them to make a top 2 this entire split, but this roster definitely has that capability.
Well, we are going to be setting up an interview with LCT before we go, so don't go anywhere if you are here. We want to hear from the new roster, and I will be sending over links so that he can join us, so just give us a moment to set that up.
In the meantime as well, we have a couple other matches that were going on around. I gotta look at the start.gg page, because it has been unreal up, down, over, and out these teams have been thus far as well. NIMT 55, those guys are still playing. Elevate 1-3-0 their match, and then Pineapple Cake, that match is still as well going on. I need to spy on one of these matches, I'll be honest. Oh, word.
Not gonna have any issues misspelling the name here. LCT is pretty easy. Will be really good to get LCT on here. Some opinions of the new roster and how he thinks we're going to go and everything as well, because there is so much promise on this sailing team. I think it's the most promising roster that has been had here. I know Akuma is actually confident of a major here. So, if you're wondering if these teams can compete at the highest level here, yes, we are looking for major qualification here.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is, I mean, for Akuma at least, that is the expectation. For Akuma, that is the expectation. The very least, the standard is a major, and he set that bar high, and he's let the players know you don't mess up ever. Like everything has to be clinical.
It's not LCT.
Everything has.
It's falling apart.
Oh,
It's Bolaris.
Bolaris?
Yeah, we've got Bolaris coming in here. One that I could theoretically mess up the name of. I'm not going to, but it's possible there.
Yeah, so I mean, Akuma, he set the standard for the players at major, at the very least, essentially. I mean, because he didn't assemble this roster for no reason as well. So I think big time, they definitely are gonna have some big expectations. Right now, Grace's Blaze are in a game 3 overtime, tied 1-1 of the series against Triple Jawa. That's 4-4 in game 3, 2 minutes and 27 seconds into the overtime. Grace's Blaze and Triple Jawa. Those two matches, those two teams have been pretty nice, pretty high paced, really high paced match. So back and forth fairly consistently.
Yeah, I think there's a few matchups now that we're getting towards the pointy end of our double elimination here that should be hitting up. That NIMT Yokohama, that's a matchup that you've seen before on main day. That's a really, really good match. And it is good to see NIMT back in here, but YFM have really held the line as far as Japanese teams go, so I hope they don't go down without a fight there either.
I mean, LCT asked a question. Oh wow. A lot of things going on right now.
LCT asked what a question? When? Where? Who?
Oh, he asked RLC. Check the RLCS chat. Oh, Triple Jawa just won their match. So they're gonna be up in the series 2-1 over Grace's Blaze after a 3-minute and 37 overtime. Game 3. The Court and DT Legends are currently in a game 5. That's 9 Rixie and Trin on the court versus DT Legends Blue, Kumanai, and I think his name is Pigeon, or P something.
Pigeon, yep. There's definitely a name in the region.
Nye's not currently.
No, he's not what, sorry?
He's not playing right now for DT Legends.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, in a game 5 against.
I did see him in Boy Arroyo's chat, so I know he is around, but maybe just taking a break for this one to give the easier runs the chance for their sub to breathe. Definitely a possibility there. Still waiting on our player interview here to come on in. So we'll keep talking at you for a bit. Any losers round 3 matchups there that you would have wanted to see?
Losers round 3. Wow. I'm gonna be looking kind of at this Permita All-Stars versus Dark Rift Esports, because I really do think an upset could be had here. Dark Rift Esports, I think, is the favorite to win that matchup. I think Azaraza, Rafa are 2 pretty underrated players in this team as well. I think that they can come out and probably cause an upset there. I'm not so sure it's actually gonna happen, but really unconfidently something could happen. So, I mean, update DT Legends, well, they scored, so they're up 1-0. But there are a bunch of matches going all over the place. Y'all have to start NFL red zoning these matches. Have like this multi-cast thing going on. I know Boy Arroyo does. He's following those all over the place. So props to even shout out to him, Boy Arroyo, because he's always stayed
Loyal to the region.
really passionate.
Yeah, absolutely. Boyo has been, from day one that we got RLCS, he has been here for nothing else. And I know the entire RLCS team, where I'm still in conversations with. We're all eager to get that mainstream back and really get on target to represent this region on a more full front once more. Yeah, it's just not happened yet. Everybody is still here, though. Everybody's in the background watching and hoping and cheering on their favorite teams. Boyo, obviously, always been that little bit of a bias towards the APAC south side of things, north side of things, sorry, Japan. Japanese teams have been his go-to from the beginning.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen a lot of people really like go in between APAC North and APAC South when it comes to really like who they're biased about. So that's actually pretty cool. I never knew that. Especially between APAC North and APAC South. Oh my god, I kind of miss those days, honestly, with the Tokyo Verde and the 3 rats.
Yep.
Those days. Oh my goodness. Those
those
are the days.
It was very raw Rocket League, wasn't it? As well as Rocket League at a very primal level. We do have our first matchup of the losers round 4 confirmed as well. It's going to be Pineapple Cake versus Albino Monkeys. Possibly the best chance that Pineapple Cake has had to make a main event, and Squirrel back in that. That's crazy to me. It's absolutely awesome to see them making the run.
I mean, that's a team, another underrated team. I mean, something that I think
and they only went down to Elevate, so come on.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think something that teams in APAC are really learning how to do at a high level is be able to raise the level of gameplay when needed. You'll see all these. I'm a big tennis guy, and one of the big things that tennis players, if they find themselves a couple games down or maybe down a set, you'll hear them say, after in the winners interview, you hear them say, I had to raise my level of play and adjust.
Yep.
And that's something that APAC is consistently learning how to do at a high level. Raise the level of gameplay and adjust to the highest level in multiple different ways, in all types of different fashions. So it's really, really good for the region to see the region itself develop like this. Of course, there's all types of talk about whether it's with the help of the imports or not. At the point, you really just want to see 3 pure APAC players, in my opinion, as well. I feel the same for SSA. Come in and make a good run.
Yeah.
And I think this roster here's a good opportunity for that.
I mean, we already had that. The first major, we were represented by a full APAC roster there. And we still had the option, Gladiators over there repping with, what's his name? Gladiators has been holding on to...
Maxiu?
No, I mean, Maxiu is not an import. Maxiu is True Blood.
Oh,
APAC.
Virtuoso,
right? Yeah. They've been holding on to Virtuoso. So Yeah, really good to see that that we do have the capacity to even overcome Vert, who was just a massive monument of a player the last season. It's not been that long to have overcome that, and Vert is still the threat. They're still. Gladiators still there, just waiting in the wings to take something from the region again, and Gladiators have given back to that region. There is no hate there whatsoever for Vert. He has been really positive for the region. He has been involved on such a base level for the region. I have full appreciation for the players that are willing to do that. If you're going to come over to the region and you're going to really be that positive input for these other players, that's what you want to see.
And that's true as well. I mean, a really big. Oh.
Okay.
Something has.
Yeah, that was just in our camera feeds. I've put the mute on there.
Oh,
now.
was it?
Yeah, we've got Bullerace on his way now, by the looks of it. On his way.
Okay, that's good. I want to talk to Bullerace. I haven't talked to him in a while, honestly, since the Godspeed days, back in 21, 22. Wow, that's a long time ago, honestly. The first year that APAC was first in RLCS, I think it was APAC South that he was in. Bullerace. Wow, big change for these players as well. Then combining the two regions, having to deal with the ping, the server issues between mainland and all types of stuff, because it's just a big continent, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, isn't it just? We will be getting Bullerace in just a moment. I can see him setting up his camera in the background. So if you are keen for that interview, you will be getting that treat in just a moment here. Bullerace obviously had a fantastic day, mainly took up that back line for the team, but it really enabled something that I tried a little bit of coaching for myself, went fairly well a little while ago, and one of the pieces of advice I was given as a coach, because I went with a very playstyle team as well. This is a playstyle team. Super aggressive. You've got one player that you're going to build those rotations around. I think in this case, that's going to be LCT. You've got Abs crazy to fill that midfield and make the passing plays, enable LCT there, and then you've got to have that work at all. You need to have a flawless backline. One of the most crucial elements of having a heavy attack playstyle is an undefeatable defense. And that sounds counterintuitive, but you can't send players up that hard, commit that hard without the backline being a surefire thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing as well. That backline was super. It's always gonna. Is built for success. You're not gonna get past the ceiling Esports backline. Then is again being able to transition onto offense. That's why LCC is such a big X factor as well. Being able to go from one place to another. The moment mid-air, it could be a bang, it could be the ball floating up. He's not gonna bang it off your backboard. He's gonna take one or two control touches, try to beat the first defender, flip reset over the second, either gonna pass out or just solo it. Most likely just solo it through. He's always such a threat. He doesn't need to score every single time. The goal is to break your defense down so you can enable your teammates to score. Force a bad clear out of someone, keep that pressure in, just keeping all types of pressure in throughout the entire sequence, and bringing sequences of that as well is what Sailing is going to have to be able to strive on, and they have thus far.
Well, this is the kind of delay that we constantly had on main broadcast. The players, you know, they're not always that ready for their interviews. Ball, I'm calling you out here. But no, I think we're doing our best in the background. I'm seeing a few tech issues here, so if we can't get it going in a minute, we may have to pass over this one. You will get to hear from the players plenty over this this major qualifiers, and especially on main days as well. So definitely stick around. If you are interested to see more of the personality of the players. I think it's so crucial to the region, to the fandom, to back your team and to get to know them as people.
Yeah, I mean, that's being able to get to know the person behind the car is the one really big thing. And I think that's something that a lot of people wonder how pros' personalities are like. And I think as well it varies between region and region. One thing I have learned is it really does vary between region and region. How the pros' personalities are like. That's something that I've always really wondered about when it comes to America, European pros. I know a couple of SSA ones, APAC ones, a couple, but the very different. And it brings a level of humility as well to the players to know that they have fans out there. And for the fans themselves, or the supporters, rather, I should say, really gives them hopefully a down-to-earth vibe of what the players are like. Totally.
Well, it's looking like maybe third time the charm here. I'm seeing video feed coming through fairly cleanly. We're just waiting on Bullaries to jump in the chat, and we'll get this interview underway. Oh, feed has gone dead again. I'll just find out what's happening here, and we will either call this or get our interview immediately.
Always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy. Look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand. You've been dealt the wrong hand.
Not getting any responses from the players.
Only you know that it's real.
So a couple of updates for you guys on.
Ball's here. Ball's here.
Let's start
Here we
that.
go.
Oh, he's here.
There he is. Bullaries is in the chat. Let's get you on screen there. There we go. We do have black cam. Oh, there he is. Bulls. Well, at least there's his ceiling. There's his ceiling. There's the face. All right. And we were just talking about how kind of important it is to have the face of the team as well. You know, you want the fandom on the team, on Sailing Esports, and on yourself as well. Bull, it's good to have you here. Obviously, hyper successful as expected through day one. Any major moments that you wanted to point out for yourself?
I mean, not really. We were just doing nothing, bro.
Yeah, just doing anything.
We
Yeah,
just
figured.
Yeah.
Mel, any questions for Ball going into the into the split?
I mean, what was the thought process for you guys and the team bringing in LCT as a new third? And I feel like now I should ask a follow-up question. What are the expectations and the standards for you guys this split?
I mean, when last split ended, we were kind of already looking for a new third because Hero said that he wasn't sure whether he was gonna continue playing the game. And then, you know, like, luckily, like, LC just DM'd me out of nowhere and he just said, yo, I'm dropped. And then, yeah, we just got it from there.
Yep.
And for the expectations, we want to just win everything and make the major.
Yeah, of course. And that would be your first major appearance as well, Ball. Kind of exciting that the prospect really is. It's definitely there for you guys. I mean, you're top 3 guaranteed here. What's your confidence like that you can be the number 1 coming out for this major?
I mean, we're pretty confident. You know, we just, even though we're kind of a new team, we're already, you know, like doing pretty well, like in scrims and stuff. So I think over time we'll just surpass the others.
Yep. I was thinking that going into this, that this was going to have to be a play style team. You know, I feel like you guys are probably basing the rotations around LCT being the big first man push here. We noticed in the qualifiers here, you were kind of taking the backline role and really enabling the others to be able to make the deep pushes. Is that kind of a planned out thing here? Is there a bit of a play style team forming from you?
I mean, yeah, I mean, LC has always been like aggressive, and Ebb as well. He has always been more of an aggressive player, and so I just decided that maybe I can just sit back more and, you know, let them cook.
Yeah, the level head. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the right call as well. I think the play style teams are what's actually succeeding very, very well in Rocket League right now. I think that's the meta. All of the best teams right now are play style teams that are playing non-traditional rotations and stuff like that as well. So very, very keen to see that work in our region too. I think there's a couple of teams out there who are already doing that sort of thing. But speaking of any particular teams that you're looking to take down or maybe see as a bit of a threat this season, I think there's obvious ones.
Yeah, I mean, we think it's just us, Elevate, and Gladiators that are really like competing for the major.
LCT is going to be looking for his payback on Elevate as well.
yeah, he is. And maybe like one more team that I think is not that bad is like Perlash's team. I think they're actually not that bad, and they could like upset the big three of this region.
Oh, so you're not super threatened by Squirrel's team then, is what I mean.
Nah. I didn't even know that was playing.
Yeah, he's back, man. I think he's champ 2 right now, but he's back.
Yo.
No, I'll call him out. He knows it.
Is he making main events?
I don't. They're in the last round, so very, very possible for them. I don't think their match has started yet, but they're in losers round 4 right now. Pineapple Cake. So yeah, I think this is the first time Pineapple Cake has actually had the chance to make a main event all season. So yeah, it's good to see Squirrel back in for that. Really good to see that, you know, there are other teams that you've got a bit of a focus on here, still Ball as well, because I think the top 5 in the region is a little better than it used to be, whereas maybe the lower half has dropped away a bit as well. So is that kind of how you're feeling as well this season, or a bit more of a defined gap?
Yeah, there's definitely like a huge gap between the top 4. Like top 4 being like us, Gladiators, Elevate, and, you know, the fish, like Perlash's team.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we feel like the gap has definitely increased.
Any teams that you think could maybe get kind of in the middle of that gap? I don't think there's anybody going to bridge it this season and make the difference between the gap, but somebody who might close it a bit.
You know what? Shout out to Machi, bro.
Machi? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in my brother. I think he can make top 5 or like top 8. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Good to see that there's still some promise in the bottom end of things. I think there's a lot of newer players that are coming in trying to make their impact as well. With the obviously down to 13 years old now can join in. So all right, thank you for coming on, Ball, and congrats on obviously your sweep into the main event next weekend. We'll follow you in, and good luck with it. I'm sure you won't need it day one. You've looked very, very confident so far, but good luck nonetheless, and we will see you then.
Alright, see you guys.
All right, it's been an excellent day, Mel. Any last words before we sign off?
Let's go sailing.
Let's go sailing
all the way. Sailing Steven, he's a sailor. That's why it's named after him. Why not? Let's take us on a fishing trip. Let's catch us one big bass this time around. We will catch us one heck of a grub for the Swiss stage. We will fish us one big meal. I am yapping, but that's all that needs to be said. I'll tell you that much. Sailing Esports, promising team, and I can't wait to see them next Friday.
Yeah, they're looking for the major, so that means we are looking for a qualifier win here as well next weekend. So come in and watch the full run right from the beginning. That's where you're going to see this team really shine, show that separation between that top 4 and the lower teams, and where they're sitting in that top 4. Follow us through. And of course, follow us personally, myself and Mel. We are covering, as I said earlier, many regions here at the moment. I'm at GexCast on Twitter. Mel is at AnoSpot on Twitter. That's ANO Spot. We are going to be on later tonight, actually, even to cover some of Europe for the first time. A bit of an exciting team representation for us there. So, of course, follow Sailing. You gotta follow Sailing on all platforms. We've got a magnificent little man running the socials there. If you want some entertainment, tune into the social medias. Yeah, Ethan. Shout out to Ethan. Shout out to everybody in the background. But for us now, we will be back next weekend. We will see you there. There's Sailing out for now. We'll catch you later.